What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be sharing my favorite purchases from Amazon so far in 2022. Prime Day is coming up early this week. It's going to be on July 12th and 13th, and I don't know if any of these products are going to be part of that sale or not, but I figured I would just let you know my favorites. It's kind of a good time in case any of these do end up showing up in the sale. I wanted to kind of let you know my favorite beauty products. I have some jewelry that I'm going to talk about, as well as just some home things. I don't normally include those on my channel, but I just have so many fun and interesting things that I've found there this year so far, so I really was excited to share them with you guys. So let's start with the beauty. That way, those of you guys who are more interested in that, you can just watch the beginning of the video. If you are interested in the other stuff, then definitely stick around. So let's start out with the first product. I've really been enjoying this so much. This is from Vita Liberata. It's their body blur. This is basically a body makeup. It's going to cover imperfections in your skin. When you're really fair like I am, especially, a lot of things show through on your legs. I have like little spider veins and splotchiness, discoloration, so it really helps to use something like this just to even everything out. And this shade that I have in light is a little step darker than my natural skin tone, so it also gives me a little bit of a bronzed glow too, but they have it in fair that would probably more closely match my skin tone if I just wanted to cover up. And then they have deeper shade options as well. And what I really love about this color is that it's not orangey at all. It's really just the perfect neutral color. I feel like so many of these body makeup products can be very orange or yellow, and I just love that this one isn't. It's really natural looking. It also does give your skin just the slightest hint of a glow. It has that blurring effect, but it's not glittery or sparkly. And I know some of these products can be glittery, and I don't like that. When I go out in the sun, I don't want to look like a disco ball. So I love that this has that blurring effect, but it doesn't add all of that shimmer and glitter. And also, while it doesn't hide everything, it absolutely evens out my skin tone and just makes everything look a little bit better. It's super easy to apply, and once it sets down, it's not going to rub off on your clothing. It lasts the entire day. I've even gone to bed at night and just slept in it, and I have white sheets, and it didn't come off on my sheets either, and the next day it still looked perfectly fine before I took a shower. So it will wash right off with soap and water. It's not like a self tanner, so I just think it is so easy. I just put it all over like a body lotion, and it just gives my skin that flawless finish. You can either apply it with your hands, which is what I do. You can also use one of those self-tanning mitts if you don't want to get your hands dirty, but it does wash off right away if you want to do it that way. I also have two more body products that I was so excited to see on Amazon. This brand used to be at Ulta, and they're no longer carried there, so I was really disappointed because I was missing this shower oil. This is from Lalicious, and this is their Sugar Lavender Shower Oil, and it is amazing. Some of you guys might remember this brand being at Ulta. That's when I originally got hooked on this. I think it was during the 21 Days of Beauty. They had this 50% off. I tried it, fell in love with it. They have quite a few different scents. This is my first time trying the lavender one. I've tried the sugar coconut, and then there's a pink one that I really loved. I think that was kind of their signature scent. They're all very sweet. I think the lavender one is probably the least sweet. It has that sugary scent, but also a little bit of that sort of astringent note with the lavender. To be honest with you, it's not my favorite of the line, but it still smells really good. And what I love about the shower oil is how thick and rich it is, and it really foams up well. You pour a little bit into your hand, you mix it with water, and it just has this beautiful, gorgeous foam that is so hydrating. When you rinse it off, you already feel like you've moisturized. So for me, with dry skin, that is definitely a bonus. And another product of theirs that I am in love with is the oil. So this has a beautiful scent. It's so like warm and sweet. It's peach nectar, coconut, and white musk, I think. It's just one of those really like cozy, cuddly kind of scents. You have to like coconut though. It just reminds me of the beach. It reminds me of the old sun tanning oils that I used to use back in the day, like the Panama Jack one or the Hawaiian Tropic. It smells so good. It's summer in a bottle. I've actually been using this one since the winter, and I would either put this on just by itself after shower while my skin is still damp, or sometimes I'll put a little bit of moisturizer or body butter in my hand and then just put a couple pumps of this in and mix it around. It usually only works though if you're using a body lotion that's unscented, otherwise the scents are gonna mix. So if you've been missing Lalicious products, they do have them on Amazon now. So definitely wanted to mention that. A hair product that I've really been loving is from Living Proof. I love their products. You guys know I use their Perfect Hair Day shampoo and conditioner. I just find that it makes my hair so soft and bouncy. And the product that I got from Amazon is their Perfect Hair Day Triple Detox Shampoo. So I got this on a recommendation from somebody else I know that has hard water. When I decided that I was going to go back to blonde, I remembered how my hair would always turn kind of greenish because we have hard water. And this product specifically removes hard water buildup. So I use this once a week, usually on Saturday or Sunday. And it also will remove excess product from your hair as well, just to kind of keep your color bright and fresh. It's silicone free, it's sulfate free, so it's not damaging to your hair. It also is supposed to be color safe as well. I haven't noticed any issues with fading or anything. You have to actually leave this on for 1 or 2 minutes like you would a conditioner if you want to remove the hard water buildup. I believe it has charcoal in it, and that kind of sucks out all of those mineral deposits and things that are kind of sitting on your hair. So it's just really good if you want a good clarifier that's not one of those super harsh clarifying shampoos that strips all the moisture out. This one is fantastic. I highly recommend checking this one out, especially if you have hard water or you tend to use a lot of styling products and dry shampoo and you get a lot of buildup. It's really great. Next up, when it comes to makeup, these blushes from ZC are one of my absolute favorites. Not only is the packaging super gorgeous, but also the blush inside is just fantastic. I got 2 different colors. This one I actually got this year in 2022, but the other one that I have I got in 2021, and they're both so beautiful. They have such an amazing formula, and they're just honestly almost too pretty to use. They have a beautiful pattern inside. They're pigmented, but also super blendable and easy to use, and they're also very long lasting for a powder blush, which I really love. So I initially bought these for the packaging, but ended up really loving the product inside as well. And also from ZC is this kitty cat blush, which I could not resist because I'm such a big cat person. It has a little cat face kind of peeking out from some leaves, and the color when you swirl these all together is so beautiful. It's like the perfect pink flush, and the powder is just so soft and finely milled. It really blends again so easily on your cheeks and lasts all day on me. So I've just been very highly impressed with ZC's blushes for sure. A bronzer that I purchased from Amazon is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Bronzer. So these are matte bronzers. I know they do sell them other places, but Amazon was the first place to actually get it at the time. I think they were on the Ulta website, but not for sale yet. So I saw them on Amazon and said, you know what, I'm just gonna get them from here. That way I didn't have to pay shipping anyway because they were Prime. So I got 2 different shades. I got fair and light. So these are kind of basically the same depth as far as like one isn't really darker than the other, but the fair one is more cool toned and then the light is a little bit warmer toned. I normally use the fair one because I like a cool tone bronzer. Today I actually used the light one and I really like it too. I think it's such a beautiful color. It's not too orange or too yellow. It's just a little bit warmer, and I do have a little bit of color going on right now because I just got back from a trip, so it works out fine. But what I really love about these is just how soft they are. It feels like velvet. It blends so easily all over your face. If you want to use it all over, it doesn't get muddy, and it's just very finely milled and very seamless. So I enjoy these bronzers so much. I think these are one of the best bronzers to come out of the drugstore in a really long time. Also from L'Oreal, I have been really enjoying this eyeliner. This is the Infallible Grip Precision Felt Eyeliner, and I have the brown one. I find it to be a lot less harsh than black, and the thing that I really love about this is not only is it super long lasting and it stays put all day, but it has this really nice sort of ergonomic spot to hold it. It dips in a little bit. It's just very comfortable to hold. And then the brush itself, even though it says it's a felt tip, it's really a brush tip. It's one of the ones that moves back and forth. I don't like the really stiff felt tips that don't move. This one does, and it's just very easy to draw. Even if I'm kind of drawing upside down, it doesn't run out of ink. It doesn't skip. And like I said, it really just stays put all day. So I've been reaching for this every single day since I got it. I think it was last month. So I've had this for a while now. I've been using this pretty much exclusively. It does come in other colors too. I think there's like a green one, a blue one, and then a black one, and maybe a purple. I'm not positive, but they do have all the shades on Amazon. So definitely worth checking this out as well. Another makeup item that I got, I want to say like a month or so ago, I did show it in a video, is from Purlisse. It's their Youth Glow Vitamin C CC Cream. This has SPF 50. I know a lot of people use the BB cream, and I still might go back and try that one as well. I think this one's supposed to have a little bit more coverage and it has a little more SPF in it. I think the BB cream has SPF 30 or maybe 40. I liked that this one was 50 and it has, like I said, just a little bit more coverage because it's a CC cream. In general, I tend to love Korean sunscreens. In my opinion, they're the best. And this formula not only has that mineral sunscreen, it's a titanium and zinc blend, but also this has vitamin C, it has hyaluronic acid, it's supposed to be color correcting, brightening, and age defying. So it's kind of like a skincare slash foundation slash sunscreen all in one. And it's just really great for when you're out in the summertime. You just want to kind of put on one product and go. I wore this on my face every day that we were in Maine on vacation last week, and I got so much color on my body because we weren't going to the beach, but we were just kind of out like walking around little towns. We were in and out of stores constantly, and I just sort of forgot to put SPF all over my body, but I did put this on my face, and my face got zero color, but the rest of me got a little bit of a tan. So it definitely works really well. And I love how natural it looks on my skin. Even though it's a foundation, it has good coverage. It really looks super natural. It has a skin-like finish. It doesn't look heavy. It just kind of melts right in. I wear this without primer because it has all of the skincare benefits. I want to just put it right on bare skin, and I find that that's the way that it works the best. And on a side note, this does have more shades than the BB cream from Misha. I got this one last year and I like it. I feel like it is very, very similar as far as how it looks on your skin, but the Misha one only comes in like 2 shades or 3 shades, and the one that I got, number 21, is very grayish looking. The Purlisse one looks a lot more natural on my skin, so I definitely do prefer this, even though the formulas feel almost identical when I put them on. Also from Purlisse, I got these new BB blush glows, and these blushes are amazing. They're so fun. I love the pops of bright color. I'm wearing the Vivid Coral one today, and I just love these bright, fun pops of color. I do have other liquid blushes from the drugstore. I love the ones from LA Girl. These remind me a lot of those. They have a really velvety feel to them. They're not sticky. They dry down immediately to a powder, so they're not going to remain dewy on your cheeks at all. But what I really love about these is just the bright, fun colors that they come in. I feel like the other ones that are at the drugstore are just kind of more neutral colors, reds and pinks, but they're a little more muted, and these colors just really jumped out at me for summer. So I have Vivid Coral, like I said, that I'm wearing today, which is like a bright coral, and then I also have Sweet Rose, which is a cool tone pink. I wear this one a lot too. So I definitely want to check out some more colors. They did have a pretty big shade range of those. And then also in the makeup category, I had to talk about these What's Up Beauty palettes. I did mention these in my Sunday haul video a couple of weeks ago. I'm still loving these so much. The formula is amazing. These are made in Italy. The company's based here in the United States. It's a smaller indie brand. But yes, these palettes are made in Italy. The formula is incredible. So many of you guys purchase these after I talked about them in the video. I'd love to hear what you're thinking about them now that you've had a chance to try them down in the comments below. I know they don't stock a ton of them on Amazon, but they do restock them very quickly once they started to run out. I noticed in my last video, a lot of you guys were saying that they had sold out on Amazon, and then the company was replying to your comments saying like, go back, we restocked them. So they do definitely pay attention to their stock levels, and if you see it out of stock, just check back like the next day or even a few hours later and it might be back. So the first one that I have is the Geodes palette. This one I was wearing in that last video where I talked about these, and I just love the colors so much. I saw Tati use this palette in a video and I had to have it. I love all the duochrome shades that it has, and it's just really fun, light colors. Nothing is like too bright, and it has a lot of great matte neutrals to kind of build your look with. And then Desert Monsoon is equally as beautiful. This one, I feel like it's a little bit deeper of a color story, but you still do have some lighter shades in this one as well. I think this one is just really versatile because you can do like a lighter look, you can do something more deep and smoky with with it. I'm actually wearing this palette in the video today. I only used 2 colors. This one right here called Dust Storm, which looks like about my skin tone, but when I applied it, it actually deepened a little and it was sort of like a peachy brown. It was the perfect crease color. And then I'm using this one, Desert Rose, all over my lid, which is just like a peachy gold duochrome. So I've just been having so much fun with these palettes. They're a little bit more on the pricey side. They're around $40 each, but the formula is so worth it. They're very high-end feeling and performing. And the color also lasts all day on me. It doesn't fade very easily. So yeah, definitely check these out if you haven't. And then last but not least in the beauty category is nail polish. I have been getting so many nail polishes on Amazon. It's crazy. I discovered this brand ILNP and just fell in love with them. I have so many of their colors. Some of them are more solid colors. They also have some amazing metallic duochromes, and they have some toppers, which I've loved just putting on top of solid colors to just create my own unique custom colors with. Today in the video, I'm wearing the shade Celeste, which is like this really beautiful purple. It has kind of a duochrome effect. It has some multicolored shimmer in there. It's just absolutely stunning. It's kind of like a grayish purple. And I've also been loving the nail polishes from Cirque Colors as well. I have all of these nail polishes linked together in one spot, all the colors that I have in my Amazon store. So I'll leave that linked below. You could just click on the nail polish category and every single color that I own is in there. Probably a lot of them you've seen me wearing in videos. I always get questions on my different nail polishes. So yeah, this is pretty much where I've been getting them all lately. And I find the formula to be awesome in both of them and pretty chip resistant overall. So definitely if you're a nail polish lover like I am, check out these 2 brands because they are amazing. Moving on, let's talk about a few pieces of jewelry. So first is the necklace that I'm wearing today. I really wanted one of these paperclip necklaces. I loved this set because it has 2 necklaces in one. So it's just one piece that clips together in the back, but it has the paperclip necklace on top and then this one underneath with this little toggle. It has the circle with the little toggle coming through. It's just really cute and it's a shorter length, which I like, but it is adjustable. You can make it a little bit longer. And it's just costume jewelry. It's not real gold, but it feels very heavy and substantial. It doesn't feel cheap or like it's gonna break or bend. So I was really impressed with it and it was not expensive at all. So I definitely wanted to share this necklace with you guys. Also, I wanted to share some rings that I have. I'm wearing all of them today, but I'll show you guys close-ups. The first one is these thin stacking rings. They're 1.3 millimeter twisted rope. They come in a set of 3 and they're like $12 for the 3 together. It says that these are made of stainless steel and that they're 18 karat gold plated. And what I like about these too is that they're almost like sort of a vintagey gold color. They're not that really shiny gold that looks super fake. So I love the look of these and you can wear them just 1 or you could stack 2 or 3 depending on the look that you're going for. It's a really fun, versatile set. They come in many different sizes. Another ring that I got that's a little bit more expensive is from the brand Gorjana. I think that's how you say it. I want to say this one was around $50 and I just love the style of it. It's that like chain link all the way around. It's 18 karat gold plated as well. And I love how delicate it is. Sometimes chain link styles can be a little bit thick and chunky. I have really tiny fingers, so I like my jewelry and my rings especially to be a little bit more delicate. And I just love how this one looks. It's super elegant. So this one is another favorite of mine. And then the last ring that I have is also from the brand Pavoy. They're the ones that make the necklace set that I have. This one I want to say was around $13, super affordable. And it's a wrap style ring with an opal stone. And I got the rose gold one, but they also have a silver one, I believe. They have gold. This brand honestly has the prettiest jewelry and I've been loving everything that I've gotten from them. I'm pretty sensitive when it comes to metals. Some things can leave like that green mark, and so far none of the things that I've gotten have left any kind of weird marks behind or reacted in any way. So yeah, I think Amazon is just a really great place to find fun costume jewelry, but also it's a great place as well to find name brands like Gorjana. So definitely check out Amazon, and I'm going to leave all of the jewelry that I've gotten in my store as well. Okay, so let's move on to some lifestyle products. So the first thing I did when I got my Fitbit Versa earlier earlier this year was to replace the band, because the band that comes with this Fitbit is almost as chunky as the watch face itself. It was this huge thick band and I kept getting so irritated from it. I had to keep taking it off because my skin was itching underneath. I don't know if it was because it was like a rubber type material and my skin wasn't breathing, or just if I was like allergic to something in it, but I needed to change it, not just because I didn't like the way that it looked, but also it was bothering me so much and I had to keep taking this off. So I ended up getting this thin band from Amazon. This is a leather band and it's nice and skinny, so I feel like it just takes down the chunkiness of this watch a little bit. I got mine in the sand pink color, which almost blends into my skin tone. It's just very, very neutral, but it comes in lots of different colors. I want to say it's around 15 bucks, so it's very affordable, and I have not had any issues with this irritating my skin whatsoever. It feels so comfortable. I'm so glad that I made the switch and just ditched the original band from the Fitbit. If you have issues with yours, definitely check out a leather band instead, because it's just so much more comfortable. Whatever Fitbit puts in those rubber things, it just never agrees with my skin for some reason. So this has just made wearing my Fitbit so much more comfortable, and I feel like it looks a little bit more elegant as well. Another thing I got, and you guys are probably gonna laugh at this because my husband teased me so bad when this came in the mail, but this is a portable neck fan. So what you do basically is it has all these little holes here. It has these fans on the inside. You just put it on like this when you're going out somewhere. My husband is like, are you really gonna wear that? Probably not on a regular basis, but if we're gonna be out somewhere in the heat for a long time, I think this is probably a good idea, because I'm one of those people who faints if it gets too hot. If I get overheated very, very easily. When we were in Disney World 2 years ago, everybody kept saying it wasn't even that hot out. I think it was around 90 degrees, but we were walking around the park, and despite me drinking enough water and staying hydrated, I was about ready to pass out after a little while. And I think part of the reason is that I don't sweat very much, and you know, sweat is like your body's natural way of cooling itself down. I hardly ever sweat. Like, it's really weird. So I think that's part of it. Also, I am going through perimenopause right now, and I am starting to get hot flashes, not all the time, but some months they get really bad. And when I was reading the reviews on this, a lot of people were saying that it helped with those. So it might just be something that I wear around the house to keep myself comfortable. So if you're like me and you get overheated very easily, this might be something to look into. I got this to get me through the summer, especially now that I'm starting to have these hot flashes. It's so annoying. Another product that I got is this electric candle lighter. This might seem like such a random product, but it's something that you can literally keep forever. If you ever tried these candle lighters that look like this, that have the butane or the lighter fluid in them to start them, they run out after a while. Like, this one actually is running out. It didn't work the first time, it worked the second time, but it's just about out of fuel. And that's the way most of these things work. If you use matches, obviously those are gonna run out. This one is rechargeable, so it has a little USB plug. You just plug it in, charge it up, and it'll just keep going. It doesn't use any fluid. So basically it's an electric arc lighter, so it doesn't even have really a flame. What you do is you just switch it on the bottom until you see the blue light come on. Then you just flick up the switch and these two little things pop out, and there's a little like arc of electricity going between the two of them. You just tap it to a candle or whatever you want to light, and it lights immediately. So I love that this doesn't use butane. It's also windproof as well because it doesn't have the flame that can blow out. And it's like 10 bucks and it'll literally last forever. You could just keep on recharging it and recharging it. So I thought this was just a fun, neat little gadget. Another thing that I absolutely swear by for packing when I'm going on trips are these Ziploc space bags. So I get these on Amazon all the time. They're a really good price versus buying them in Bed Bath & Beyond, which is where I used to go. These are just phenomenal. They're basically vacuum bags, so you suck all the air out of them. You don't even need to use a vacuum. Most of them you can just press down on them and it'll get all of the air out. I use these for packing clothes away for the season. You can just slide them right under a bed, but I mostly use them for when we're going on trips to fit in the suitcase. So what I normally do is I'll put my pillow in one of them because I never like to go anywhere without my own pillow, whether we're going to a hotel or house rental, whatever it is, I just find that I never sleep as well if I don't have my own pillow. Most of the time they're too thick or they're too thin. I'm very picky about it. So these just flatten your pillow down to nothing and you can just put it right in your suitcase with all of your clothes, no problem. I also love to put my clothes in here. I find that I can take more clothes with me than I normally would because you can just flatten them right down. For the most part, they don't get things really wrinkled unless there's a particular fabric that is very wrinkly, like linen. You may have to iron it once you get there, but generally I'm just bringing things that are made out of cotton and they really don't get that wrinkled. But if they do, I can just steam them out really quick or iron them, whatever you want to do. I find that no matter what, clothes tend to get a little bit wrinkled in a suitcase. I don't find that they get any worse with these. Not to mention, because they're compressed, the clothes aren't like sliding around or tumbling around in your luggage. Another great thing about these is I always overpack, so I always end up bringing a bunch of clean clothes home, but usually I'm putting my dirty clothes in the suitcase with the clean, and then I feel like I have to wash everything when I get home from vacation. But what I normally do with these is all of the clean clothes are still in the space bag, whatever I didn't use on the trip. So I'll just seal those up and then I'll dump all my dirty clothes in on top so they don't touch. And my clean clothes are sealed off from my dirty ones. And then that way, when I get home, I can just take the clean clothes out of the space bag and put them away. And I don't feel like I have to wash my entire suitcase. So these are just a lifesaver. I really love these. They make packing so much easier. You can just fit so much more in a smaller piece of luggage and it just keeps everything really neat and clean. So love those. Another thing I had to mention is my Roomba vacuum. So I'm sure most of you know what a Roomba vacuum is. They have come a long way since the original ones, which I felt like used to just kind of go around your house and like bump into walls and, you know, just crash into things. And they kind of vacuumed in a really weird random pattern and you never knew if it was getting everything clean. The ones that they have now actually make a map of your house. So when you get it home, you send it out and it basically has a camera on board and it maps out your entire home. You just kind of let it go the first day and it just explores and takes a map of your entire house. And then when you go on the app, you can look at the app and it'll show you a map of, let's say, like your whole first floor, wherever you want it to go. After that's done, you can go into the app and you can label each room, like living room, kitchen, dining room, whatever it is, and then you can tell Roomba to go and vacuum whatever you want. So if you just need it to do the kitchen and not the whole first floor, you can just tap it on the app and say, do the kitchen. Or my personal favorite, you don't even have to take the app out. It works with your Alexa device. So if you have the Amazon Alexa, you can just say, Alexa, tell Roomba to vacuum the kitchen. And Alexa will light up and say, okay, Roomba's gonna go vacuum the kitchen. And then Roomba just goes out by himself and will head to that area on the map. It knows exactly where to go. It just vacuums that one room. And then when it's done, it'll go back to its base. You don't have to send it there. It just does that on its own. It goes back to the base and then all the dirt and stuff that it collected, it immediately sucks up into the wall unit. There's a vacuum bag in there and it just sucks it all up. It has a high-powered suction. So you don't have to touch any dirt. You don't have to empty Roomba. It does it by itself. So it has really come such a long way from the old days when you had to like empty the little bin. You don't have to touch anything. And you only have to empty that once it gets full. You just take the bag out, put a new one in. So you never really have to touch any dirt. It saves so much time. I do not have to vacuum my first floor anymore. We don't have the Roomba upstairs. So I have a little like Dyson vacuum that I use upstairs, but downstairs it's just Roomba and I just have to speak to Alexa and tell him like do the whole first floor, do the kitchen, whatever it is, and Roomba will just go and do it and empty himself out and that's it. So it's honestly been such a time saver. It is a little bit on the pricey side, but well worth it. Another product I got that might seem kind of random, but I've been having such great results with it is a device called Respirate or Respirit. I'm not quite sure how you say it, but it's a breathing device that helps you to calm down and it's supposed to lower your blood pressure naturally. So for those of you who don't know, I do have high blood pressure that I have to take medication for. My doctor has no idea really what's causing it. It could be just a genetic thing. We haven't really been able to find a root cause of it. And I hate taking medication because the two medicines that I have to take to keep it down have basically caused me to gain almost 30 pounds in the last 2 years. So it's been a big struggle having weight gain when it's related to a medication that's basically keeping you alive and healthy. But I've been looking for natural ways to lower my blood pressure because I feel like if I can get it under control, then maybe I could do without the medications. I just feel like I'm too young to be on medication for the rest of my life. So I've really been looking for ways to improve that. So anyway, is actually an FDA approved device for lowering your blood pressure. So it does work, but you have to use it consistently. So just quickly, I'll show you how it works. So you have this device right here. It just has an on-off button and then it has volume. It's pretty simple for the most part. And it has a little sensor that is a band that you put around your chest, kind of like right here. So you just hook that around your chest like that, and it senses your breathing going up and down. And then you have a pair of earbuds. So what the device does is it plays a series of tones that helps you to slow your breath down naturally. So if most people breathe like anywhere from 10 to 14 times per minute, they're trying to lower you down to like 6 breaths a minute. It's very like deep breathing overall, and it's so easy because you just breathe with the tones. And if you get off the track, it kind of guides you back on. So it'll play kind of like a high note and you just take a breath in as the note is going up. It plays a low note and then you exhale during the low note. It's so relaxing. Even if it didn't help my blood pressure, I use this before bed every night and I get like into this Zen state after using it where I can just fall right asleep. So even if you don't have high blood pressure, it's just a great way to like do breathing exercises and like mindfulness and just really calm down. If you have anxiety or stress, it helps with that because I definitely do. I'm one of those people that my mind doesn't shut off at night and I just keep thinking about everything. So this, because it plays the tones and you're following the tones, you're kind of just focused on that and you're not really thinking about anything else. I'm somebody who has tried to meditate, but I can't because my mind always wanders. This just really keeps you on track. So it's a great device. And so far, I think it is working. The last time I went, I go every 3 months to check my blood pressure. And last time I went, it was 120/75, which it never ever is. Normally the top number's in like the 140s somewhere, even with my medication. It hasn't been down to 120 in forever. So I'm hoping that it's this device. We'll see in September when I go back. But so far, I'm encouraged by it. Hopefully it is working. And then the final product I wanted to share is my little mini rowing machine. So I've wanted a rowing machine for a long time. I used to use them when I had a gym membership years ago, and I had such tone and definition in my arms, my legs, because it's really just a full body workout when you're rowing. It's not like walking on the treadmill when you're not really using your arms as much, or riding a stationary bike again, which works your legs, not as much your arms. I feel like the rowing just really works every muscle in your body just about. But I hate how big and bulky most rowing machines are. So I saw this one on Amazon. It's like $100, so it's pretty affordable for a piece of gym equipment. And I love it. I actually carry it downstairs. It's super lightweight. You could just carry it around if you want. I do it in front of the TV, so I don't get bored when I'm on it. Sometimes I watch YouTube, or if there's a show on that I want to see, I'll just do it for a half hour while I'm watching, and you really do get a full body workout. It also has multiple resistance levels, so when the first level starts to get too hard, just crank it up. It's a little bit harder. I think it's awesome, especially for beginners. If you're kind of out of shape and looking to get back into shape, it's just a really nice, lightweight, smaller piece of equipment that you can bring into your house pretty easily. It hardly had to be set up. It just needed like a couple pieces put together. No big deal. I did it myself, and I really love using it. It's super fun to use as well. So anyway, guys, that's everything that I have from Amazon so far from this year. Those are my top favorite products that I've purchased and I've been using nonstop. I'd love to hear from you guys down below. What are your favorite items that you've purchased from Amazon? Is there anything that you'd recommend for me to try? I'd always love hearing your thoughts. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and watching this video. As always, I appreciate it so much. If you're new here and you like videos like this, be sure to hit the subscribe button before you go. Thank you all, and I will see you in my next video. Take care, guys. Bye.